Epistate. The dreaming. Stop worrying. You didn't hit him that hard. Well, he was still breathing, wasn't he? Echo has no idea how long they've been sitting here, how long since the library. The sun doesn't move in the robin's egg sky, hangs at zenith like a wide and blazing portal to heaven. The little gargoyle has been trying to explain how the librarian was once in love with a woman named Christina, but that's the secret. And there's an old picture on the librarian's wall that looks a lot like Echo. How if you die in your sleep, in your dreams, you can become a dream. So Echo's been trying to remember the books she read as a child, how Alice made it back through the looking glass, the ways back from Oz and Narnia. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place... Oh, shit. Work. Ruby slippers and heart's desire. Never mind, just try to pretend you never saw me do that, okay? Work. Damn. The Corinthian, ancient mirror for the fears of man, polished lens to reflect the truest hidden faces of dreamers. Unmasked, spoiler of deceit, twice created nightmare. Even his lord is uncomfortable staring directly into his face for very long. And the nightmare smelled that discomfort, sharp smell like warm wood and ammonia, when the Lord of Dreams was done listening to him and looked suddenly away. I cannot do as you request, Corinthian. You know that. She is a dream now. She is my responsibility. And the nightmare daring to ask then, too angry to hold his tongue. Why, sire? When he has committed these wrongs against so many in your realm, why? I have my reasons. They are not yours to question.
Sam, how's it hanging these days, Chief? We don't see too much of you around here. Don't get it boring. Way out there in the boonies. I mean, no one to talk to except all them creepy...
If you value that empty gourd on your shoulders, janitor, you will never speak to me again.
Never. Moses in a go-kart? What's his problem? It's getting so you can't say boo, Matty, without someone who wants to kick your ass for breathing. Just tell me which way you went, Merv, and try not to take this too personal. Him and the kid kinda had a disagreement just now. That way, I think. Good riddance to the jerk, I say. Thanks, Merv. Yeah, well, don't mention it.
Farewell, nightmare. Our Lord's gates are always open to save it for someone who gives a shit, lizard. Very well, then. What the hell do you want, Bertie?
I wanna know if you meant what you said back there. Was that talk about taking care of this yourself?
I said it, didn't I?
Hey, wait up. We gotta talk. Yeah, well, look. Ain't nobody got more reason to hate this little bastard than me. Not after... what he did to me, and what he did to Eve. But what you said back there, you're starting to sound like some kind of vigilant, you know that?
Then maybe it's time you begin to reconsider your priorities, Matthew.
Jesus, what the hell's that supposed to mean?
Just think about it, Bertie.
Eep.
No, I was just a kid, still in high school. I'd wake up with these things stuck in my head and always forget them before lunch. But I never wrote them down. I was always too afraid to write them down. I really don't think I'm up to that, Golly. Not out loud. Anyway, these things would have to get better to suck. I was 14 for Christ's sake. And I have to figure out what I'm going to do. I can't stay here. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not even sure where here is. Yeep. Even if I do believe all this crap, then I'm that I'm a dream now, and I'm not saying I do, okay? But even if I did, well, I learned a long, long time ago how to tell when I'm not wanted. And the little gargoyle sighs, as if it knows what's coming next, small and desperate sound to match Echo's confusion. I need to know if either of you can tell me how to get out of this place, how to get back to New Orleans. I believe you, but it's only a coincidence. My name isn't Christina, my name never was Christina, and the only time I ever met your librarian friend before, he was a bird. Weep. It's only a coincidence. Not much left, Birdie?
No.
Perhaps it's just as well. I'm starting to believe that Kane's the only one of us with any balls.
So, you think that Kane started the...
I don't think it matters who started the fire. I think it matters that Kane got the hell out of here while he had the chance.
I don't think you know what the hell you're talking about.
Whatever you say, Birdie. Anyway, right now it isn't Kane that I'm interested in. It's his brother.
What do you want with Abel? What's he got to do with any of this?
The Gate Guardian said Echo was with the gargoyles and they were trying to get him into the palace. So I think it's pretty safe. Bet they'll come back here sooner or later. What a dump.
Well, Abel's had enough bad shit lately without you.
Then let's hope he's helpful, Birdie, and everything will be just fine.
Jesus, you're an asshole.
The beginning of the shifting dawns, like standing by a sea that only has this single shore, and Echo contemplates the cataract edges of flat worlds. Eep. Yeah, this looks pretty much like where I came in. Maybe they're all telling me the truth, she thinks. And Echo shudders, remembering the way the mist felt against her skin, oily alive, jealous of anything with form. No, I can't. There's someone back there I still care about. I think I'm gonna miss you most of all, Scarecrow. Sorry, dumb joke. Just something from an old movie. But you know what? I almost wish I was this Christina chick you're looking for. This place might not have been so bad if people were glad to see me. Maybe they're right about every little goddamn bit of it, and she'll spend the rest of forever lost in this clammy, strangling mists. Or she really will be dead. Those gangster fucks will have done their job right, and off she'll go to whichever hell has been set aside for her. It's not as if she hasn't earned her tidy share of damnation. Or maybe I'll just wake up, open her eyes, open his eyes, and Evangeline will be back with her junk. Open his eyes and he'll be back in the big empty house in St. Charles before the thing called Arcane came insect and spider scuttling up the pipes. Or maybe he'll wake up in Sherman's March, Gabriel Ashe asleep beside him, delirious in secret nightmares he'll never share. And none of this crazy shit will ever have happened. That last part is enough like hope, and so Echo hangs onto it tight and steps off into the void. But I already told you I sent him, I sent her away. And there's no reason you shouldn't mind us having a look around, is there? If you're telling us the truth. So why don't you just open the goddamn door, Abel?
He's already said Echo is not here.
Goldie's not here either. Or Gregory. I said open the fucking door. Ugh. Didn't anyone ever tell you it was rude to keep a guest waiting on your doorstep? Matthew.
You're seriously out of line here, mister. I'm such a goddamn spooky badass I even scare myself. I hope you know that. Now let him go.
Haven't you learned not to get in my way, Birdie?
I've learned that you think with your dick, and you'd rather fuck someone up just for the fun of it than listen to people when they're trying to tell you the truth.
I'm not in the mood for the good cop, bad cop shtick today, Matthew. Nancy Bush could be halfway to anywhere by now.
And stop the torture. Abel's gonna help you catch up with him.
Stop. I just think we should be sure our fat friend here understands what's going to happen to him if he is lying to us. Oof! Put a little fear into him and maybe we'll see if he's covering up.
He isn't covering up for anyone. Jesus, Abel's afraid of his own shadow, and you know it.
You're too trusting, Birdie. All conscience and no stomach. What are you gonna do with that?
He's gotta put it right back in his pocket. That's what he's gonna do with that. That's all he's gonna do with that.
In time, Birdie. When we're done. Oh, God. When we're sure the second-born's gotten the point.
War! Nice shot there, Abel.
Thank you, Matthew.
Damn, that looked like it hurt. Now are you ready to try this my way?
Screw you, Raven.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Gork.
Oh, great.
Goldie, run! I'd stay right where you are, Goldie, unless you're as sick of the stuttering fattass as I am. Drop the knife, Abel. Don't listen to him, Goldie. All he can do is kill me. And I've been dead lots of times before. I mean it, Goldie. Make a move and I'll slice him open like a fat little piggy in a sausage factory.
Do you even know how dumb that sounded?
All I want is to know where you took Echo after you were turned away at the palace. Tell me that, Goldie, and nobody's going to get hurt.
Just tell him if you know, Goldie. Echo's hurt a lot of people. There's no sense in anyone else getting hurt because of him. Abel!
Fork! Just do it, Goldie. If you have any idea what he's talking about, tell him and maybe then he'll go away. Damn, Abel. Maybe you're not as stupid as your brother wants everyone to think after all. Maybe, but I wouldn't push my luck. And maybe you're not as scary as you want everyone to think. Nightmare. Somewhere near the shifting zones. The Raven doesn't know this place, but it's familiar enough to the Corinthian. The sands of Exodus, the red dunes and the hot winds that smell of defeat. Eep. Fuck. The place where dreams of failure are born, where the smallest weakness is a gaping wound.
What?
Nothing, Birdie. I just hoped it wouldn't come to this.
Come to what?
This is the end of Nightmare, Matthew. And down there are the shifting zones. If our gargoyle friend is telling the truth, Echo went into them, which means he could be anywhere in the whole goddamn universe. So, fuck.
Oh.
The Raven doesn't know if it's the weight of his life or the weight of this place, but his wings feel like lead, his soul is heavy as stone. No one flies here, he thinks. They only fall. And he'd hoped he was done with falling.
I suppose there's no point asking if you plan on trying to follow him.
Nope. The only question now, Birdie, is how.
And it doesn't matter what the kid said Or that maybe you're making the same sort of mistake the first Corinthian made?
No, it matters. It just doesn't matter enough. The raven shivers, breathes air that smells like semen, like wet clay, pure unmolded dream stuff. A roiling furnace of creation and an icy sea floor scattered with the wrecks of 100,000 illusions.
And what you said earlier about my priorities, you expect me to go with you?
I don't expect anything, Matthew. From you or anything else. But I should have killed Echo that first time when you stopped me. Eve should have killed him when he took you from the dreaming, but she didn't.
I don't think Eve's ever killed anyone.
You know those movies where the good guy always lets the bad guy live, and then winds up having to kill the motherfucker anyway? Because if you let them live, sooner or later, you're going to turn your back and they're going to stick a knife in your forgiving skull.
You stay up nights practicing cynical, don't you?
But am I wrong?
No, that's the really shitty part of it.
All my sins, Echo thinks, sure that she is dead now, and the cold gnaws bitter at her soul or mind or tattered ectoplasmic skin. The last cold in the world, absolute fucking zero. And then, an eternity or an instant of this chill and the faintest worms, fireflies dancing in the void. So maybe it's fire after all, and the thought of burning is almost a comfort after the long, long cold. She knows that she should be afraid. Judgment caught up with her at last, with him, and Echo suddenly remembers the boy she and Gabriel killed at the club in Atlanta. His brown eyes in her hands. She wonders if the boy's gone up or down, how long it'll be before Gabriel joins her in the fire. And then she only wishes the black would take her back. Evangeline? Oh, shit. There are worse places than that.
So, you can follow him?
Yes, I can feel it. He took the shirt from my citadel with him, and it's left some sort of trace. Damn, it's almost as good as footprints. I think so. You sounded disappointed.
It's just that I thought this was over. I mean, I've put a lot of ugly shit behind me, you know. I'm tired.
You can sleep when you're dead, Matthew.
I am dead. At least twice already.
You're either in or you're out, Birdie. This trail's going to grow cold fast.
I do hate that son of a bitch. What he made Eve do? Calling back the ravens? And what's he get for it? Oblivion? Fire and brimstone? No, the kid goes and gives him eternal life. You think Dream's ever gonna let us come back? I mean, this is pretty much treason, ain't it?
I say we cross that bridge when and if we come to it. In or out, Birdie?
Beep.
And then the gargoyles are alone, and there's nothing but the sound of the wind and the distant screams of dreamers. Oh, fuck, Vanjie, no, come on. Open your fucking eyes and look at me. And there's not even time for the dead thing lying next to Evangeline, broken and discarded boy husk. Nothing now but another dead junkie for the cops to find and haul away. I'm so sorry I left. Echo remembers, almost like borrowing someone else's memories now, but fevered dim recollection of being so sick, hurting, and the things he said to her. I'd rather die than be alone. I've been trying to get back. I fucking swear to God I've been trying to get back. Jesus. Promise, Evangeline. Promise you're not leaving me here. I'm going to call an ambulance, Vanjie. That's all, okay? I'm just going down the street to the phone and I'll be right back. Promise. You are not going to die on me, Evangeline. Do you hear me? You're not going to die.
How do you know this is New Orleans?
Can't you smell it? I swear there's so much crap in this rain, it's a miracle it doesn't eat the meat of your bones.
Yeah, I think maybe we finally agree on something. That can be a good sign.
I hate New Orleans.
So what now? How are we supposed to find him?
Oh, he's close, Bertie. He's very close. So, we find him and finish this. That's what now. The raven thinks of Eve, the moss-dry comfort of her cave, her arms around him safe. And maybe, he thinks, when this is over, I can go back to her, and never leave again. The night swallows them, then, and the rain hides whatever stingy tracks a dream might leave behind.